Hello, good evening Tribuners. Welcome back with me Mutiara in Indonesia News of Tribun Lampung. We will present you an updating and interesting information from every place in Indonesia. And here the complete news. The first news is viral video of corpse being detained by a loan shark. A viral video circulated of the body of Rusli Daeng Sute, a resident from Takalar, who was illegally detained by a loan shark who was collecting debts. To be precise, in Bontolowe Hamlet, Bontolowe Village, Galesong District, Takalar Regency. The body of the man from Takalar was detained by holding the body so that it would not be washed before paying the debt. The video has also gone viral on various social media. In a viral video uploaded by an account belonging to Arnida Putri Bungsu through a live broadcast with the caption, "Loan shark came to forbid the body to be bathed," admitting that the deceased had debts but there was no evidence at the time. A woman named Daeng Ngembong from Jane Ponto Regency came to the house of Rabaina Daeng Sunggu, who was none other than her first cousin, who was in the Bontolowe Hamlet, Bontolowe Village. The moneylenders immediately collected the debt from the Rabaina Daeng Sunggu's husband on behalf of Rusli Daeng Sute, whose body was to be bathed at that time. It was explained that the moneylenders were collecting debts by detaining the body of the late Rusli Daeng Sute, who was about to be bathed. At the funeral home, a number of residents and relatives of the deceased tried to provide understanding to the moneylenders that it was better for the deceased to be buried first and then discuss the debts. As a result, the loan shark's action hampered the funeral process. Not long ago, one of the deceased nephew came to the loan shark to pay off the debt of the deceased. Meanwhile, the nephew of the late Rusli Daeng Sute, Henry, claimed to have paid off the deceased 2 million debt. Henry admitted that in a recording that circulated, he was not a moneylender, but the mother who was sitting counting money was the collector. He explained that when the incident happened, the family and local residents had explained it to the collector so that the debt issue would be discussed after the funeral. However, the collector still insisted on holding the deceased body so as not to be bathed before the debt of the deceased was paid off. The next news is, a mother steals her own child's cell phone. A mother with the initial AL, aged 60 years old in Mataram, West Nusa Tenggara, was reported by her own biological son, S, age 44, 2000, to police. AL is a resident of Pandan Salas Mayura Village, Mataram City. AL was reported for stealing the cell phone belonging to his son S. The incident actually happened in December 2021. As reported to the police that he had lost his cell phone with a loss of about 4.5 million. After being investigated, it turned out that the culprit was the victim's biological mother, AL. At the time, the perpetrator stole his son's cell phone by entering an unlocked room. The perpetrator then took the cell phone that was on the bed. It is known that AL turned out to be working at his son's house as a washerwoman and taking care of S children. However, based on information from the investigation, AL admitted that his son had never given him money. So the perpetrator were desperate to steal the cell phone to pay the debt. The next news is, waste fills the waters of the Bima port. The waste that filled the waters of Bima Harbor, West Nusa Tenggara, was getting worse on Wednesday, April 27, 2022 in the afternoon. The waste, which has a thickness of about 5 cm, covers the water up to the southern coast of Bima Bay. At first glance, this waste cover makes Bima's water look more like coffee milk if you hold this waste like a jelly dough that covers with it. As a result of this waste, fish on the coast were found dead and dry. The seawater also started to smell bad during the day, further triggering unrest. This waste also destroys the site of the Lawata Beach tourist attraction. Together with the Bima City Tourism Office, TribunLombok.com circled the southern Bima Bay to find out for sure how the condition in the waters were. What can be seen is that the brown waste on the beach is getting deeper and mixed it with black color. Even the hands of the tourism office staff who soaked their hands in seawater when touched felt slippery like they had been exposed to oil. However, at sea level there is no visible oil and only a slight odor. What is widely circulated in the community, many suspect that the source of this waste is from the Pertamina depot. TribunLombok.com tried to confirm this allegation to Pertamina, but local security has not given access to media crews to meet Pertamina authorities. Until now, it is not known for certain the source of the waste that pollutes the Bima Bay. The next news is public facilities and infrastructure handling officer becomes a victim of gangster group robbery. The public facilities and the infrastructure handling officer who was working to clean the road again became a victim of crime. This time, the officer for handling public facilities and infrastructure at Mangga Dua Selatan Village, Ray Prama Abdullah, was beaten and robbed by the gangster while cleaning the road on Wednesday, April 27, 2022 this morning. This incident occurred on Mangga Besar Raya Street precisely in front of Husada Hospital, Sawah Besar, Central Jakarta at around 5 o'clock a.m. As a result, in addition to his body injury, Raya also lost the holiday allowance he had just received. The incident started when Ray cleared the road and sidewalk as usual in front of Husada Hospital. At the time, the atmosphere of the highway was deserted. Suddenly, Ray was approached by a group of gangsters riding 4 to 5 motorbikes. His body was immediately ambushed by a number of people. Ray admitted that he immediately lost consciousness after being hit in the stomach because coincidentally, at that time, he was not eating sahur. Another young man immediately opened Ray's waist bag and reached into the bag. His hand immediately were not robbers or robbers who had been stalking him from afar. The next news is Belitung region inspects public gas station in Tanjung Pandan. The region of Belitung Sahani Saleh visited the public gas station at Gegedek Street, Tanjung Pandan on Wednesday, April 27, 2022. Together with the Regional Secretary of Belitung Regency, Hendra Chaya, as well as Forkopimda, he showed firsthand the situation of public gas filling station, which at the time appeared to be long queues of residents queuing for fuel oil. Sanem Sahani Saleh nickname also talked with residents who complained about the scarcity of fuel oil that had occurred in the last 2 weeks. When met by PusBelitung.co after monitoring, Sanem said that efforts have been made to anticipate the need for fuel before Lebaran so that there will be additional quota. He also hopes that the scarcity of fuel oil that occurred does not make people blame each other. Sanem said that his party continues to communicate with Pertamina Company through its subsidiary El Nusa Company in order to increase the quota. But transportation is constrained because fuel oil to Belitung is brought from Palembang. Asked about the long queues that last for weeks until a possible short-term solution, Sanem said the solution was to increase the quota. The next news is revocation of mass allegiance by members of the Islamic State of Indonesia. A total of 391 former members of the Islamic State Indonesia in Dharmasraya Regency carry out the revocation of mass allegiance and oath of allegiance to the unitary state of the Republic Indonesia on Wednesday, the 27th April 2022 in the afternoon. The activity was held at the Dharmasraya Regency Regent's Office Auditorium. However, not all of the 391 former members of the Islamic State Indonesia were presented. The head of the Dharmasraya Reserve Police, Police Grand Commissioner Adjutant Nur Hadiansyah said that of the 391 who were willing to take part in the activity, not all of them were present because some were still children and some had special needs. Out of a total of 391 former members of the Islamic State Indonesia who participated in the revocation of the mass allegiance and oath of allegiance to the Republic Indonesia, around 300 people came from Pulau Punjung district. The police chief added that there were 740 former members of the Islamic State Indonesia in Dharmasraya Regency. However, not all of them are willing to take allegiance. The last news is a new bridge that has been operating in Pelalawan Regency. There is a new bridge that has been completed and has been operated on East Crossroad Pelalawan Regency, Riau this year 2022. The infrastructure will support the smooth flow of transportation on the East Crossroad. The bridge is the Pangkalan Kerinci 2 bridge on the East Crossroad connecting the Pangkalan Kerinci and Pangkalan Kuras sub-districts. This bridge spans over the Kampar Pelalawan River side by side with the Pangkalan Kerinci 1 bridge. After being built for 2 years by the central government through the Ministry of PUPR, the new bridge was finally completed and immediately put into operation. The activation of this new bridge will facilitate the flow of transportation from Sorek to Pangkalan Kerinci or vice versa, because so far small to heavy vehicles have passed from the old bridge with a two-way system. In fact, there are often long traffic jams on the bridge because there are large cars carrying loads that get stuck in the middle of the bridge. In addition, the large vehicles in opposite direction often collide, obstructing the flow of traffic. This traffic disturbance condition always occur, especially when the vehicle intensity is high in the morning and evening. Well, I think that's all the news for today with me, Mutiara. Thank you for watching and have